Hey everybody, Jeremy here, and today I am excited to show you this pair of earphones that I have in front of me because I have been wanting to try a type of earphone like this for a very long time. Now these in particular are called the Ovevo or perhaps Ovo. Well, either way, it's Ovevo. And these are truly wireless earbuds. No wires at all. They aren't the type that go around your neck and is connected with a band. They're not the type that has the wire that you put around your neck. These are completely wireless with a left one and a right one that you can stick in your ears individually, turn on individually, and when they're both on together, they sync up and you can hear your music that way with no wires whatsoever. These right here were sent to me kindly from the purveyors of these headphones from AliExpress.com. I'm going to leave a link in the description to AliExpress so you can check these out for yourself. And the price is $69.99. That's $70 for this pair of truly wireless earbuds. So in this box, you're going to get a very short, yet still quite flat micro USB to full-size USB cable. You're going to need this in order to charge the case. Now the earphones are going to be inside the case. So once the case is charged, you can put this away and then you can carry the case in your pocket and the earbuds will charge inside the case. Speaking of which, here's the contraption. This is the charging case that the Ovevo earphones rather, are going to charge in. So you see at the top here, you have a micro USB port for charging it. And at the bottom, there is some writing that says open that you can turn. And when you turn, you see that the earphones are revealed to you. Now this is where they're going to rest. This is your carrying case. This is your charging case. It is all in one. And you can just take these out individually and there's magnets in there. So they charge via a magnet system. So you just pop these right down in here and they have an LED that will be shining red when they are charging, and then the charging capacity of the case, as you can probably see here, is lit up with 4 whitish LEDs to let you know how charged the case is. Now these earphones also have a 800 milliamp hour battery, and the claim is that they're going to last you about 10 hours. Now that's probably a combination of standby time and actual use and all that stuff, but the real test is going to be when I stick these things in my ear for pretty much an entire day and see how long they will last before I have to charge them again. But let's just take one of these out so you can get a look at how these things are. And just looking at them, they aren't the smallest earbuds in the world. These aren't going to be the type that you can just put in your ear and no one's going to know that you're wearing some type of an earpiece. They are going to stick out. You are going to see them a little bit, but the convenience is they are completely wireless. And that is something that is really cool to me. There's a button on these. It almost sits completely flush with the earbuds themselves. You hold that button in and that's going to turn it on. That's also going to allow you to start pairing them. These do pair individually with your phone or whatever it is that you're going to charge these with. So what you're going to have to do is turn these on, and inside of your Bluetooth settings on your phone or whatever, you're going to see 2 of these and you have to connect to both of them individually. So when you stick this in your ear, this is the left ear, and as you can probably see from right here, you can see that it does jut out. You can definitely tell that there's some earbud action going on here, but for right now they feel pretty good. They don't feel like they're going to fall out of my face at all. But now the real test is going to come. We're going to fast forward in time a little bit to when I've had ample time to actually try these out and test them out and put them in my ears, and I will tell you in a quick second how good these sound and how much I like them, how the range is, and all that other stuff that you want to know. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so now ample time has passed and I can give you my final thoughts on these truly wireless earbuds from Ovevo. I'm going to tell you things that I like and some of the things that I don't like. I'm going to start with the things that I like first. First thing that I like is this charging chamber. I'm calling it the charging chamber because I think that this is a really sleek and elegant way to hold these earbuds and to also charge them at the same time. I really do like the design. I like the gray, slick, and black. It looks very professional, and I am just in love with this turn to reveal the contents. You know, it's simple, it's effective, it's very elegant. I love how these just go right into the chamber. They're magnetized, they fit in there very, very well. And I like the indicators that you get when you are charging these up. You'll be able to see how much juice the actual chamber has, and then you also know when the earbuds themselves are charging too. So I like this. This is something that you can easily put in your pocket or a bag, and you can go around the town or whatever it is that you're doing, and you don't have to worry about losing these. Now, that being said, losing these can be pretty easy, so you have to be careful. Got to be responsible with these, because all you have are these little tiny earbuds. There's no way to page them if they go missing so that they vibrate or make some sort of noise or anything like that. It doesn't work that way. So they're very small. So if these fall out of your ears, if you're sleeping or something, they get mixed up in the covers, it can be kind of hard to find. So you have got to be careful with these. And I'm glad that this case is pulling a number of different jobs, both as a charging chamber and as a way to securely hold these earbuds as a carrying case so that you don't end up losing them on accident. So that pretty much takes care of the design of the actual charging chamber. Now, as for the earbuds themselves, I think they're pretty nice too. Now, it's kind of like I said at the very beginning of the video, when you put these in your ear, you're not going to be like a secret agent. You're not going to be able to put these in your ear and no one's going to be able to tell that you're wearing earbuds, because yeah, they're in there and people are going to notice, but you know, that's fine. They feel good. They feel comfortable. I had these in my ear for extended periods of time, for as long as I was able to. We'll get into that a little bit more later. And my ears never felt comfortable. These are the default tips that the earbuds came with. And with earbuds, I really rarely, if ever, have to change out the little tips. And these are very, very soft. They're very soft. And they're quite thin, but they're okay. You know, they didn't bother me. They didn't feel weird, and they have never, ever fallen out of my ears. All day long, I can just walk around and shake my head and everything, and they stay in there pretty well. Now, I don't know about your ears. You know, your experience is going to vary, but in my experience, they held in there pretty good. Little pet peeve of mine and a little bit of advice that I can give you when you're using these earbuds is, when you want to turn them on, I would just kind of have them outside of your ear and then press the button in the middle so that you can turn them on. Because once you have these all set in your ear and then you press down on them, it takes a pretty firm press to activate the click. And once these are already in your ear and you're just pressing down that button and it kind of feels like you're shoving these into your eardrum, it's not a comfortable feeling for me. So I just kind of like to make sure that they're just outside of my ear so I can press the button then. And then when I hear them connecting, I'll put them all the way in. Just a little something that you can do as well in case, you know, you just don't want to feel like you're going to shove these too deep into your ear. That's what I do to help to avoid that situation. Now, one of the most important things about these earbuds is going to be, how long do they last? What's the battery like? It's very important for something like this. Now, the advertising material says that these are going to give you about 10 hours of lifetime usage out of these before you have to go around and charge everything again. I think that's a very generous statement, and maybe it's true under certain extreme conditions, but in my normal everyday use, I've gotten about between 2 and 2.5 hours charge out of both of these earbuds, which means that I was listening to stuff, music, podcasts, whatever, at a pretty regular volume for between 2 and 2.5 hours before I got an audio notification in my ear that said, please charge me. So that's when I had to stick them back into the charging chamber. Now, keeping them in the charging chamber for about a half hour, maybe even a little bit more, so that you can fully get these charged up again, will give you another 2 to 2.5 hours. Now, how long does the chamber last before you have to charge it? You can get somewhere between 3 and 3.5 charges out of the charging chamber. So with about 2 hours apiece, and about 3 charges each, my estimation says that you are going to get total lifetime use, in my experience, is going to be somewhere between 6 to 7 hours, maybe 7.5 hours before you need to charge the charging chamber and the headphones as well. So I never managed to get that 10-hour mark. Now, with that being said, you have to ask yourself, what kind of usage are you trying to get out of these particular earbuds? If you're trying to go through an entire day, let's say that you have a job that lets you listen to music all day. If you want to have some wireless earbuds to be in your ear listening to music for that entire 8-hour day, it's going to be pretty difficult to get by with these, because you are going to have to take these out of your ears and you are going to have to charge them a few times throughout the entire day. And even then, you may not make it throughout the entire day. I see these earbuds as being something that if you're not going to use them for extended periods of time, and you have downtime, so maybe you're doing a commute and your commute is less than 2 to 2.5 hours, and then you simply pop these back in the case, go about your business where you're not using them too much, and then when it's time to go to lunch or time to go home or wherever, you put them back in your ears, they're fully charged, and it's going to get you through that. If you're going to the gym and you want to work out for an hour or two, these will do you good then. But they are not going to be good if you want to use these and only these for the entire day. Your battery will die and you will find yourself without tunes because you have to charge them every couple of hours. So if you can have these, they're great, but I would also recommend carrying around a spare pair of earbuds, whatever it is that you want to use, so that when these are charging, you will not be without your music. You will not be without the things that you want to listen to. Now, that brings me to, how do these sound? Do they sound good? Do they sound tinny? Do they sound crappy? The answer is no, they don't sound bad. They don't sound bad at all. I actually really like the sound of these. I think that the clarity of voices is really good. I think that it has a pretty decent bass as well. Now, that also is going to have to depend on how you keep these in your ear. At certain angles, things can sound a little more hollow, but then you kind of have to turn them a little bit, I guess, so it's sort of facing your eardrum in the perfect way. With these earbuds, not just these, but other earbuds, sometimes you can put them in and they'll fit, but there's more air around your ear hole, so you can't hear so much, so you kind of have to adjust it. And then that when you're really blocking out that sound, that's when you're going to get the best sound out of these. And listening to some pretty heavy bass music with these turned up at maximum volume, they do sound quite good, and I am impressed with them for that. So $70, truly wireless earbuds in an era that we have not quite gotten to the point where you can find like the perfect pair of these. There's always going to be drawbacks. There's always going to be pluses and minuses, and a lot of earbuds cost a lot more money than this. So we're still kind of getting to that point where we can say, hey, where's $30, $35, or even $20 for a good pair of truly wireless earbuds with a decent battery? Not quite there yet. But for $70, I think these are pretty good. So to wrap everything up, if you just wanted to know, Jeremy, what's the bottom line? What are these things like? Should I get them? Should I not? I will say you can get them if you want truly wireless earbuds and you don't plan on using them constantly throughout the day. If you need something that's going to last you more than a couple of hours at a time before you charge them, then you are going to want to look at something else, or perhaps look at these as a backup, or think of your other earbuds as being a backup. But if you are going to be using these sporadically and you don't need continuous usage, 7, 8 hours throughout the entire day, you just want something to kind of get you by as you're doing tasks that don't take as long, then yes, it's really, really liberating to not have a wire around your neck bothering you, or kind of getting in the way of your clothes, or maybe your hair if you have long hair. And there is something inherently cool about having completely wireless earbuds in your ear. I can promise you that you will not find a lot of people with a design like this in their ears. So once again, these are the Ovevo wireless earbuds, the Q62s. I am going to leave a link to Alibaba.com, AliExpress, where you can pick these up. And once again, thank you so much to them for sending these out to me to review. And those are my thoughts. So thank you all so much for watching. And until next time, I'm Jeremy, and I'll talk to you later.